How many of you remember the 1981 film Time Bandits, the story of a little boy who gets caught up with a bunch of dwarfs traveling through time with a mystical map that has access to various portals throughout the universe, and they go through the portal to steal treasure around history, being chased by the Supreme Being and also being stalked by the evil genius. The movie was fun, adventurous. It had both kids and adults loving the movie. The movie was just a lot of fun, and it was just adored by so many people. Well, I guess nothing is sacred anymore because Apple TV has decided to turn this classic, this cult classic, into a TV series. And while the trailer looks interesting, there are some things about it that are quite puzzling to me. In the original, the Time Bandits were a bunch of dwarfs, little people, or midgets, depending on how you describe them. But in this version, the Time Bandits themselves are just average-sized people. The trailer does show a couple of little people, but only brief glimpses of them. They do not appear to be an important part of the story, at least again, according to the trailer. Now, I don't know anything about what this new version is going to be like, but the sad thing about it is Hollywood just seems to be on a kick of just remaking everything. There is no originality left in Hollywood anymore. Not only is there no originality left in Hollywood, there also seems to be a little bit of a, I guess, hatred or resentment toward little people. As I said before, the main Time Bandits from 1981, the Time Bandits were dwarfs, and they have been replaced. And the question is why? Take a look at Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, Disney's modern-day telling, starring Rachel Zegler. There's only one little person in the picture. The bulk of them are average-sized people. They're not even called dwarfs anymore. They're called the Seven Mystical Creatures. But that has been updated because of audience angrily yelling at Disney that this garbage needs to stop. Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, the original, was loved by so many people when they learned that Disney was replacing them with full-size people and at the same time swapping them out for artificial intelligent characters. It didn't go over very well. The story is Disney is now correcting that. What about the classic The Wizard of Oz and all the little people that were in that movie? Several months ago, I read an article claiming that they wanted to remake this film. And the question is, if Hollywood really does have such an issue with little people being in their films, how are they going to pull off remaking this amazing classic? And speaking of The Wizard of Oz, there was a movie made in the 70s called Under the Rainbow about what happened to a hotel when the dwarfs checked in for the making of the film. Apparently, it's a loose translation of what happened, but all hell broke loose on the set and in this hotel, all because of the little people. So does that mean that today, both The Wizard of Oz being remade, and if they wanted to tell this story over again about the dwarfs going into this hotel, they would be replaced by AI, or would they actually get little people to do the job? I don't understand why Hollywood seems to have a problem with this lately. As for Apple and their Time Bandits TV series, it's too early to say whether this is garbage or not. It looks like it's got some interesting things happening here. But only time will tell whether it's garbage or whether it's really fun. Well, I would love to know what all of you think about this. What do you think about the idea of Time Bandits, the TV series, and the characters being replaced? I would love to hear your thoughts and comments on this. And do you understand what I'm saying about the idea that maybe Hollywood has an issue with dwarfs? It just seems like it to me. Maybe I'm wrong, but it just does seem that way. Drop your comments below and let me know. And until the next time, my friends, God bless.